For nearly 4 years, Benjamin Netanyahu has survived war, protests, opposition pressure, and political deadlock. But now, the biggest threat to his government may not be coming from Gaza or Lebanon, but from inside his own coalition. Israel's ruling government is suddenly facing a real possibility of collapse after lawmakers advanced bills to dissolve parliament. And if the process moves forward, Israel could be heading toward early elections. Israel's parliament, the Knesset, has taken the first formal step toward potential dissolution. Lawmakers advanced competing bills that could eventually end the life of the current government. One proposal came from the opposition. Another was introduced from within the coalition itself. That alone tells the story. This isn't just opposition pressure anymore. The instability has entered Netanyahu's own political camp. Former Defense Minister Benny Gantz called it the beginning of the end. So why is the coalition suddenly under threat? The answer lies in one issue: military service exemptions. For decades, many ultra-Orthodox Jewish communities in Israel, known as the Haredim, received exemptions from mandatory military service. But as Israel's military commitments increased, pressure grew to change that system. Last year in 2025, Israel's courts pushed for broader military recruitment, and that created a political explosion. Netanyahu's coalition depends heavily on ultra-Orthodox parties. Those parties want legal guarantees that exemptions remain protected. But many other lawmakers argue that military service should apply more equally. That puts Netanyahu in an impossible position. Protect exemptions and risk backlash elsewhere. Remove exemptions, and coalition partners may walk away. And that's exactly what appears to be happening. The government has failed to secure an agreement acceptable to everyone. Now the coalition itself is showing cracks. At this stage, Israel is not automatically heading to elections. But the process has begun. The bills must still pass additional parliamentary stages. If parliament is ultimately dissolved, elections would follow. That means campaign mode, coalition reshuffles, and potentially the end of Netanyahu's current government. The opposition wants to keep that pressure alive, even if the coalition later changes course. Israel's opposition sees an opportunity. Its message is clear. The coalition no longer has control. Political rivals believe internal divisions have created the best opening in months to challenge Netanyahu's hold on power. And with elections already scheduled later in the year, the debate now is whether Israelis vote sooner than expected. This isn't the first time Netanyahu has faced predictions of political collapse. He has repeatedly survived moments that looked impossible. But this crisis is different, because it's not driven primarily by opposition attacks. It's being driven by coalition dissatisfaction. And in parliamentary politics, that's often the most dangerous kind of pressure. If coalition partners leave, numbers collapse. If numbers collapse, governments fall. For now, the government remains in power. But the warning signs are flashing. Bills to dissolve parliament are moving. Coalition partners are frustrated. And Israel's political future suddenly looks uncertain. The question now isn't whether pressure exists. It's whether Netanyahu can hold his coalition together long enough to survive it.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to Mirror Now.